Hello, you beautiful souls, and welcome to this week's weekly Inner Wisdom, where I ask you to connect in with your intuition and choose from card number 1, 2, or 3, or a multitude. There is the share prize competition this week, as always. So if you do share, please comment that you've shared so that I do not miss your entry. And at the end of the video, I would love for you to comment which card or cards you chose and if and how they resonated. This week's overall theme is Nurture Your Soul and Nourish Your Heart, with the card Responsibility. And if you remember last week, we had that motto of from little things, big things grow. And this week, you hold what you are growing. You choose that seedling of what you take responsibility for. You are responsible for what you grow in your garden. So with that in mind, let's get straight into this. Card number 1, 2, or 3. Let's go. If you've chosen card number 1, you get the card of energy healing. Now, whether it's physical, emotional, ancestral healing, it's circulating that life force, and your soul signs up for certain lessons before it embarks into your physical being, okay? And this week we have Chiron, the wounded healer, going retrograde. So it's all about healing those past wounds, learning the lessons from them. And some of them will be wounds that you've carried with you in this lifetime. Others will be ancestral that have come through. And it's not about forgetting. It's about healing them and finding the wisdom from them, learning from them, and then getting back into alignment. I guess calibrating who you are with those wounds, but not letting them weigh you down. Letting them go to Mother Earth, letting them go to the universe, having that connection to both so that you can heal and grow through them. Card number 2. Waves of change. Embrace change, a paradigm shift, and ride the wave of light. So where can you change? Is it a change in perspective? Is it a physical change? Is it emotional change? Is it a mental clarity change? We're always going to, you can wipe out or you can ride the wave. The one thing in life that is constant is change. So if you can ride the waves, you'll always land on shore. You'll always land on your feet. So embrace change. Ride the wave of light. And here I'm seeing these as little jewels. There's always jewels in the lessons. If we just keep our nose above the water, okay, and just keep breathing, just keep swimming, just keep going with the flow, allow those changes to take place. Chiron is wanting us to take responsibility for our past and our present so that we can take the ride to the future. So see the gems of lessons, and keep riding. And what do they call it? Through the tube. I think it's, my husband will kill me because he loves surfing. The tube of the wave. See your way through the tube, through the tunnel, rather than getting wiped out. And card number 3, boundaries. Detach from drama. Know when to say no. And have a strong aura. Protect yourself. Boundaries. Sometimes saying no to others can be one of the hardest things. But remember that you are responsible for you and no one else. Just as no one else is responsible for you. So if you're having to say no to yourself for something that's really important to you, that something that nurtures your soul and nourishes your heart, then know that it's okay to say no. And no is a complete sentence. Card number 3, it's time to look at your boundaries. Are your day-to-day actions, and this came up in the weekly as well, are your daily actions for someone else or because you feel like you should? Take responsibility for what you do. Live your life with authenticity. Stay true to yourself. And then bottom of the deck, trust the process. You are divinely guided and supported, and it is time for you to see the bigger picture. We have this compass here. Your heart and soul will never lead you astray. So take responsibility for what you wish to grow and nourish and nurture it in your hand, okay? Putting these together, trust the process as you go through this energy healing. Trust that you are divinely guided and supported. Some of these old, deep wounds, whether they're your lifetime or other lifetimes, may be really hard to allow yourself to truly feel into. But trust that if you go through this, you will get to the top of the mountain, you will get to the freedom, you will get to the alignment. Card number 2, waves of change. Trust yourself to navigate through that. It's not a tunnel. I keep forgetting what it's called. Anyway, you know what I mean. Tube. You can navigate your way through that tube. You can make this the ride of your life, or you can wipe out. If you trust the process and allow yourself to just follow the flow of the water, you will be okay. This is paradigm shifts. This is you embracing change. This is you heading for the tunnel or the light at the end of the tunnel. And really, when you're riding a wave with a tube like that, you must trust that going in here is the only direction, and you are being guided and supported in that direction. And of course, trust the process when it comes to your boundaries. People will come into your life to trigger you, to upset you, to hurt you, so that you learn what you will and won't tolerate, so that you learn what to say yes and no to, so that you see the red flags in situations. And you don't need to say no from a space. You can just say, actually, no, that's not on my radar, that's not on my compass right now. And trust that when you start saying no to others, you will be guided closer and closer to your destiny. So putting them all together, energy healing, your life and past lives bring this beautiful wave of change, alignment and wave of change, paradigm shifts as you heal on a body, mind, heart, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional level. It's so much easier to navigate through the tubes of life. And don't be afraid to say no. Know that your boundaries are okay. And lastly, trust the process. Trust that everything will be okay. See the bigger picture and know that everything will be okay. Everything will go your way. But sometimes no is the word that you need to say. So much healing, love and laughter to you and yours. And as I said, I would love to know which card or cards you chose and how they resonated for you. Your gracious goddess of guidance, Tracey. Stay well, stay safe, and above all else, stay true to you. 2022 is all about you and your dreams coming true, whatever that means for you. So trust the process and let them come through.